All right. It is now time for your first video, and we are going to do this basic website so I can get to know you and you can get to know your other classmates, and also you can learn a little web design, Dreamweaver, Photoshop, all in one little package. So what we have here, basic website. Here's, you're going to put your art here, put your picture here, and fill out this survey right here. Now the first thing you want to do is get your pictures. If you want to get them off of Facebook, that's fine, but what you want to make sure you know how to do is go to image size, and make sure the height is 400. If you have constrained proportions, height will be whatever, say it's like this, but if you turn it to 400, it'll be the right pixels tall. So that is under image size, very important. Now let's assume you already have Dreamweaver loaded up. Dreamweaver generates HTML code for you. Let's just assume that it's all set up and you can have this to work with. What you're going to do is put in your own image, say down here where it says source, you would go put in your other image, like I could put that back in, or take yours, and then you have this over here. Now the first thing you have to make sure though is you take my day one basic website folder and put it in your H drive. That's a good place to put it, and what that has is the index and images folder. So you're going to put your images in here, and you're going to have the whole thing in your basic website folder. So what that means, if you go back to Dreamweaver, you can insert your own image, and also here you can type in like iPod, something like that. And if you're curious about how these spaces got here, they are this symbol here, which represents a space in HTML code. But you don't have to know all that much right now. All you want to do is fill in the templates, put your own images in there, and save it back out again. Relatively easy. The final step though is probably the trickiest thing, and that is to put this into your studentpages.scad.edu site. FileZilla is one of my favorite FTP programs. It's very flexible, easy to use, much better than MyFile, which is kind of a sloppy way to do things. And also, FileZilla is good to submit your assignments. For instance, what you're going to do, you would type in studentpages.scad.edu. I'm going to type in facultypages.scad.edu and put in my stuff here and hit Quick Connect. Now, since you're doing students, it'll look the same here where you have private storage and web pages. Anything that's going to be visible in the web has to be in the web pages folder. And what that means is you have your basic website folder here. Here's one thing you cannot do though. You cannot pull this into here because that will not work properly. You must double click inside basic website, grab these two, and drag that into here. And keep in mind, your index must be lowercase index, no spaces. Your images, make that lowercase images. No spaces, no capital letters, no nothing. And once that goes in there, you will see an example of what this can look like. So what you're then going to do is type in studentpages.scad.edu/tilde, and that thing is above the tab key, so shift tilde, the squiggly, and you would type in your login. This happens to be Emily Duda. She did a nice web page here. And what that means is this is now your official website for the whole wild world to see it. Now, one thing people do to mess things up is they think you need a www. You do not use a www here, and if you try to use it, you'll get an error. So keep in mind that you want just the studentpages.scad.edu/tilde and your login. And that is what's going to happen. Hopefully this will be a really sweet quarter, and I'll talk to you in 2.